Whenever there is a shortage of something, there are people getting rich because they up the prices. It's the free market mechanism, whatever. And most people think this is totally okay and fine. And if it comes to luxury goods, like a television or a coffee machine or a designer lamp or a stereo, things like that, I totally agree. But when it comes to things like food, water, housing, sewage, electricity, things that are necessities for having a somewhat decent life, then I don't think it's okay. Then I think there should be a limit on how much profit you can make. This might sound very communist to some of you out there, especially you Americans, but I think it's just common decency. I have a debate going on one of my videos with Uhmu45, I think he's called. And in that, I try to find his limit for his greed. So at one point I said something like, so if there's a shortage of clean water and people are dying, it's okay to up the prices, I asked him. And he said, well, you're trying to make me out to be a monster. Well, boo fucking who? So I toned it down and said, okay, let's say there is a shortage of housing, of apartments for young people who are starting life. So you up the prices on the apartments, putting the young people in debt for the rest of their lives to be able to get a home when they start out in life. And that one he didn't think was over the top. That one he didn't think, apparently, makes him a monster. I think it does. I think there are some things here in life that should be exempt from total boundaryless profit making. Things like the pill, like tampons, like housing, clothes, food, clean water, sewage, electricity, things that we cannot live without. Things that if we don't have them, we will suffer, maybe even get sick and die. So some people think that it's totally okay to get rich on other people's suffering or other people's needs for the necessities. If you ask me, I think all those people are monsters. I think there should be a limit on profit when it comes to these things. If you want to get really, really rich, well, I don't know, make a coffee machine that everybody wants. Because let's face it, you don't really need a coffee machine. If you have a kettle and a stove and clean water and coffee beans and a filter, you can make coffee. You don't need a coffee machine. And when it comes to, for instance, a thing like a television set, you can watch fine television on a 20-inch screen. You don't need a 42-inch screen. So that's not really a necessity to have a 42-inch screen. So if you want to make 100% profit on that, be my guest. I don't care. So yes, if you make a huge profit because there's a shortage on necessities, you are a monster. Peace and don't